Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dungeonbowl semifinals here in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League. Tonight, we've got the Division B Championship up. It will be Pity the Ghoul versus Tracksuit Mafia, Dead Fred versus Merrick, Necro versus Chaos, SPV. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it very much. Man, let me get the volume dialed in here. Thank you very much. 18 months. Man, that's a long time. Oh boy, this matchup, I'm speechless, obviously. Let's take a look at the bracket before we start to talk about it. Maybe I'll find the words. Here's the bracket as it stands. A minor matter, first seed, they'll be facing off against Jingles all the way in that first seed matchup. That will be the Division A championship. But tonight it's Pity the Ghoul versus Tracksuit Mafia. Pity the Ghoul will have home field advantage. This is the Division B championship. Whoever wins tonight will earn a spot in the Blood Bowl, but more importantly, they'll have a shot to try to win their first competition of the season. They're looking for a win here in the Dungeonbowl. Not so trusty patches, says Pity the Minotaur. Oh yes, you should pity that Minotaur. We'll talk about him in just a second. First up is Pity the Ghoul. This is Dead Fred's team. This Necro team has a TV of 1660. Man, oh man, thank you for the bits. Tracksuit, you know what? Tracksuit Mafia is pretty awesome. Not so trusty patches, SPB. Thank you for the bits. Look, what? What is this? A 14-player roster for Pity the Ghoul. They have a massive TV of 1660. They're coming in with the 2 flesh golems, 2 whites, 2 werewolves, 2 ghouls, and a whole bunch of zombies. Look at this roster. Both flesh golems. These are strength 4 players with stand firm. That means they don't get pushed back on the block. They can stay right where they are if they choose to do so. They both have picked up the block skill as well. That's a very good skill to pick up for a player such as this. Roscoe Pico train, the number 3 white, has picked up guard and mighty blow. The greatest American hero has picked up guard as well. 2 zombies here with guard. Cliff Clavin, the number 6 zombie, has also picked up the block skill. Look at these werewolves. Look at Balky Bartakamus. He has claw, he has frenzy because he's a werewolf, but he's also picked up block. He's picked up dodge. And he's picked up an extra AG, an AG4 werewolf with block and dodge. He has claw and frenzy as well. He is injured. That has brought his MA down to 7 instead of 8. That's still pretty quick and still very dangerous. Riker is the level 1 werewolf. And then he has 2 ghouls. One is leveled up to level 4. That's MacGyver. He has block and dodge on him as well. And this guy has picked up a strength of 4. This is just a menacing roster. 3 TRRs. 8 fan factor, and of course the Necromancer. 50k in the treasury. He'll be up against Tracksuit Mafia tonight, coming in at a TV of 1340. That's a 220 TV difference. That's 220,000 gold, potentially coming in petty cash. However, look at this. Look at this. Tracksuit Mafia, after their week 5 game, they're down a bunch of players. In fact, they're down 2 players. You can see the injured Beastman down here at the bottom of the screen. He'll have to pick up 2 journeymen. Well, he'll have to pick up 1 journeyman. He might dip into his treasury to pick up a fresh Beastman. We'll see if he does or not. Either way, that's going to bring it down to... did I say 220? No, that's 320. That's 320. That'll bring it down to 200. 200,000 gold that Tracksuit Mafia would be getting in petty cash tonight. We'll talk about that, but look at this roster. Really beaten up here. He's lost one of his beastmen that has Claw and Mighty Blow. He has the other one on the roster. Claw and Mighty Blow, a very powerful combination. You'll see that on a lot of Chaos teams. This team, or this player, he treats all AV as if it's AV7, and then he gets a +1 to his armor or his injury roll, whichever one he needs it on. This is a very, very powerful player. This is a kill player, and he's 1 SPP away from getting that piling on as well. Bro Roman has picked up Mighty Blow as well. Echo the Second, that's the Minotaur. He comes with Mighty Blow. He comes with Frenzy. He's picked up the guard skill, but he is injured, and his AV, is that a back injury? Oh, it's a fractured skull, naturally. That brings his AV down to 7. That is not great. This Minotaur is very fragile. An AV is 7. You don't stay on the pitch for long if you got blocked down. Granted, he has a strength of 5, so it takes more players on average to get the 2-die block against this Minotaur. But remember, he has Frenzy. He's not going to be able to block and run away. He always has to follow up on his blocks, which means he's often going to find himself locked down. 3 TRRs, 1 Apothecary, 7 Fan Factor, 1 Coach Assistant. What do the 2 teams do here? Tracksuit Mafia. Oh, I have to say, I think they're on the back foot here. They lost one of their really important players here. He really wanted to have these 2 Beastmen with Claw and Mighty Blow in play against all people, against Pity the Ghoul here in the semifinals. Week 5 saw Tracksuit Mafia versus Pity the Ghoul as well. Tracksuit Mafia and Pity the Ghoul have faced each other 3 times this season. Tracksuit Mafia has come out on top 2 of those times, but Pity the Ghoul won this last matchup. That was last week in week 5 here in the Dungeonbowl. And they caused these injuries. Oh, man. I think they might have even injured Echo the second. I'm not sure. I think so. But this is pretty beaten up here for Tracksuit Mafia. He's got to pick up, if he doesn't want to dip into his treachery, he's got to pick up 2 Journeymen. I think he might just buy a Beastman. 2 Journeymen with, Journeymen come with the loner skill. That's, having 2 of them is not a deal breaker. If he feels confident in his tactics, he might just pick up the Journeyman, save that money for a positional. But otherwise, he might dip in and just get a Beastman, so he only has to worry about 1 Journeyman. That Minotaur is going to be a problem for him, though, at AV7. So if he's fielding the Minotaur tonight, he wants that Minotaur to do some work, or else it's just wasted TV, right? He wants that Minotaur to go in, use Mighty Blow, use his horns on the Blitz, use Frenzy to get Surfs, use his guard skill. But that means he's got to be in the thick of it, and if he's in the thick of it, you can bet that Dead Fred will target this player and try to take him off the pitch ASAP. This is elf territory. This is very fragile. So we'll see if Tracksuit Mafia can really get any work out of Echo the Second. But that's 170K on his roster that's in danger of just leaving the pitch early. Boy, 7 Fan Factor. He's even down on Fan Factor. He's down 1. Pity the Ghoul has 8. He has 7. That's not a huge deal. It comes down to that plus a D6 roll to see who's going to get the fame advantage in the game. He's got the 3 TRRs that he needs. He's up against Pity the Ghoul, who just, this is a stellar roster. So the first thing I noticed was the 14 players. That is a ton of players. I am surprised. In fact, I would be surprised if Dead Fred doesn't drop a few players. He's giving up 200,000 in petty cash. That's nothing to sneeze at. He might give up enough players to bring that to around 100,000, maybe even less. 14 players is a lot, especially for a Necro team. He's got a ton of players, but who knows? He hired them. Maybe he wants them. Maybe he thinks he needs them. Maybe he's okay with giving up the TV, but that's a lot of TV that he's giving up. 3 TRRs, that's where he wants to be. He's got the 8 Fan Factor that we just talked about. Being a Necro team, he can't pick up the Apothecary. He can only have a Necro. Whenever you're a team that has regeneration, you're not allowed to have an Apothecary. Pity the Ghoul has a Necromancer. Instead, you can see number 10 here, Mayhem, used to play for Genus Chaos. He's now playing for Pity the Ghoul. Boy, look at the roster. You put it on paper. I got to give it to Pity the Ghoul. But these are 2 stellar coaches. Tracksuit Mafia has made the cut every single competition this season. Pity the Ghoul has been menacing everyone in Division B with this team. He is the only undefeated team remaining in Division B. Really, really stellar roster. If he doesn't get rid of anybody on this roster before the game, I think Tracksuit Mafia, they could do well with a star player. They could do well with a wizard. They might want to go in for the bribe, right? So they kitted out their team to be a kill team. They've got 3 players with Mighty Blow, 1 with Claw. He can certainly put the work in here. The problem is Echo and Bro Simeon are kind of competing against each other, right? Like, he wants to take the blitzes with Echo, but he really wants to take the blitzes with Bro Simeon. And that means if he's only given up a block to Echo, then Echo might get blocked down and taken off the pitch. If he can leverage these 2 Mighty Blow players, if he can get some more killing out of this, maybe with a bribe, he could pick up a bribe or 2, or if he gets a clever star player that he has a strategy for, I think that's the way to go. I think he wants to lean into his kill team roots here and try to take players off the pitch. If he can do that, he comes out on top. But Boy, these roster choices, these roster choices, I don't know. We'll see if they work out for either team. I think Minotaur, personally, I'm going to call it right now. I think Minotaur comes off the pitch in the first half, and Pity the Ghoul, if they don't drop a few players, I think they're eating a fireball. So we'll see. We'll see if the coaches are ready to go, and if so, we'll get this first semifinal matchup underway. We'll head on over to Cabal TV. All right, SP Beaver says, minor tech issues, about to attempt again. Fair enough. So 200,000 potentially being given up in petty cash to Tracksuit Mafia. So there's a comeback mechanic, so to speak, in Blood Bowl. If you are down in team value, you get the difference in team value between your opponent and yourself in petty cash. You can spend petty cash in the inducement phase to pick up inducements. Inducements are extra things that you can use just for this game only. You can pick up Bloodweiser Babes. They help your KOs come onto the pitch more often than not. You can pick up bribes. You can pick up star players. You can pick up mercenaries. You can pick up all sorts of things. Inducements, especially in this version of the rules, are pretty strong in my opinion. Wizards are 150k. I think they're great. A wizard will hide in the stands, and once per game, they can cast one of two spells, either a fireball that will hit players in a 3x3 grid at a 50-50 chance of success, or a lightning bolt that will hit exactly one player and only fail on a 1, so it succeeds at an 83% chance. Both are very good. Both can win you a game, so always good to have a wizard. Even if you don't use the wizard, just threatening the wizard forces your opponent to have to play differently, right? Like if there's a fireball threat, you don't want to put 7 players in a 3x3 grid, right? You don't want a 7-player cage or something. You want to be careful. You're going to play a little differently. Not So Trusty Patch says wizards can win games. They can indeed. And so we'll see if Pity the Ghoul wants to give up all that petty cash to have a 14-player roster. It's clear that he thinks he needs extra players, but he doesn't have low AV. He has an AV of 8, roughly. The Ghouls are AV 7, but they're both blodgers at this point. Block and dodge means there's only one face on the block die that can knock him over. Fluffy said, didn't some elf team intentionally bunch up a ton of players just to try to get hit by a wizard? We're not talking strategy. We're not talking strategy. Not So Trusty Patches says, Grashnak would be fun to see, or a leveled Merc. Grashnak's always fun to see. Genus Chaos made a lot of use out of Grashnak in this competition. He's always he's a Minotaur. He's a star player Minotaur. He can put a lot of pain on the pitch. Still waiting for the coaches to be ready here. Oh man, I am so eager to see what comes out of this inducement phase. If anybody made any last minute roster changes, and if not, where this money's being spent by Tracksuit Mafia. This is it. The regular season is over. This is it for the season. At this point, if you lose, you're eliminated. Tracksuit Mafia needs to win tonight to advance and continue their season. So does Pity the Ghoul. After these semifinals, there's the Dungeonbowl finals, and then there's the Blood Bowl. That's the championship invitational. The top 5 teams this year will be advancing to the Blood Bowl. The 3 competition winners and 2 of the runners up due to the league rules, which are rather complicated. We won't get into them, but both Dungeonbowl finalists will be advancing to the Blood Bowl this year. The winner will be in the upper bracket. The loser will be in the lower bracket. Still waiting for the coaches. We'll head back over to these rosters while we wait. I mean, the loss of Bro Nikolai, that's just such a huge loss. Such a huge loss for Tracksuit Mafia, in my opinion. You can see he's level 3. He's been working on the skills that he needs as a Chaos team. 2 players with Claw and Mighty Blow is very scary, but when you're down one of them, Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. And his Minotaur is very, very fragile. I don't think tackle's doing much for him in this game. He could make good use of tackle against those ghouls, but I'm not so sure. Otherwise, it's going to come down to these beastmen. He does have a kicker. We might see clever use of the kick skill. He might do an onside kick to try to pick that ball up. We'll see. I mean, he's significantly down here on paper, and we'll see how he tries to cover. Cleffy says tackles for the ghouls. Yeah, but he's only got two of them. You know, he's only got two players with tackle, and they're MA5. Those ghouls are MA43. So we'll see. All right, still waiting for the coaches. Looks like they're getting the inducement phase underway. While they do that, I'm going to go click on the thing. All right, click a thing sounds ominous. I just wanted to retweet the game tonight. I forgot to do it. Oh man, I wish we could see the inducement phase. I think that's going to be a big part of this game tonight. Man, do you think it'll show us if their rosters have changed? Let's see. Hasn't for Tracksuit Mafia. He's bringing Echo into the game. Uh-oh. Hey, the Ghoul. He's got all 14. Oh, man. So in the inducement phase, even if you don't have petty cash, you can still dip into your treasury to buy inducements if you want. Pity the Ghoul doesn't have a whole lot in their treasury. They have 50K. The team with the higher TV would choose first, and then whatever they pick would count against them as petty cash for the underdog. So the underdog can then pick up the rest. Boy, I don't know what to say until I see these inducements, man. I mean, these rosters are so interesting. Cleffy says, I don't think he wants to get a babe given he's got a way larger team. KOs favor the larger lineup. Yeah, I don't think Pity the Ghoul wants anything in the inducement phase. Still waiting for the inducement phase to be over. I have to imagine Merrick is perusing the star players. Now, Tracksuit Mafia does have 90K in the treasury, so they could use that in the inducement phase and pick up a more expensive star player if they want. Here we go. Game's underway. I cannot hear this at all. There we go. There we go. All right. So it looks like Tracksuit Mafia is going to be on defense to start. They don't have the fame advantage. It went to Pity the Ghoul. They have the +1 fame advantage. They picked up a babe. Very interesting. Wow. I am dumbfounded. They picked up a Bloodwiser babe. All right, Tracksuit Mafia. They picked up a star player, and it looks like that's it. And it is indeed Grashnak Black, who... That is the Star Minotaur. He is a standard quote-unquote Minotaur. He has Frenzy Horns and Mighty Blow. but he has a massive strength of 6 and a speed of 6 to go with it. So he went with Grashnak. He's keeping Echo off the pitch here. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's one way to replace your Minotaur. Tracksuit Mafia with this very shallow defense to start. Pity the Ghoul is going to be on offense. They're going with a 6-man offensive line currently. They have MacGyver back to receive. Now remember, Tracksuit Mafia does have a kicker. There's the kicker, so he can make this kick pretty accurate. Only one back to receive is a little risky. I have to imagine Tracksuit Mafia will plant this ball in either corner unless he thinks he can get at it. Here's the kick. Start this championship match. It's going to be a blitz to start. Tracksuit Mafia gets a blitz on the kickoff event table. Everybody who's not marked, so everybody who's not on the line here, they get a free turn, basically. So they can move around, they can block, they can blitz. There's nobody to block, of course. So we'll see where he takes the blitz. He has the 2 journeymen. He's put them up front. We'll see if he takes any marks. I imagine he'll blitz someone, but who will it be? He might want to go for the player advantage early. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a little risky to move Bro Roman out here so early. He might not. Clivey says Grashnak blitz could be good. Not so trusty Patch says money's on Cliff. Where is Cliff? There he is, the level 3 zombie. He does have the block skill. It's a little harder to take down. Straight up Grashnak blitz on Mr. T. He's going to get the knockdown here. Broke armor, Mr. T. Mr. T is stunned. Poor Mr. T. Sorry, my camera's going all crazy. My audio settings got all messed up. I'm trying to reset them here. Tracksuit Mafia with 29 seconds left in their free turn here. They've spent their blitz with Grashnak. Remember, he has a strength of 6. It's so hard to get a two-die block on him. Moving players aggressively over in the right wide zone. And there's the kick. So he kicked it into the right corner. Turn 1 now for Pity the Ghoul. Two-die block to start this game off. They got the two-die block against Bro Casimieres, the number 2 Chaos Warrior on the left side of this defensive line. Follows up with Mr. Rogers. Now he's going to get a two-die block. This is going to be a both standing result since both players have the block skill. He was looking to block down this line. Would have been difficult. It's probably done on the line now. Now what? Now what? He has this Tracksuit Mafia pressure in the right wide zone at the moment. He might save this ball pickup for last. The problem is he has no protection on the ball at the moment, so you might want to pull some players back. But you don't want to pull players back if you intend to pick the ball up and move in a different direction. So he's pulling one player back. He pulled back Sam Beckett, the number 16 Ghoul. Takes a 2-die block at the line. Gets a push out of it. Follows up on that block. 45 seconds to go for Pity the Ghoul here. They've taken a block. Blitz is still on the table. They have yet to pick up the ball. They decide to dodge the white out. Fair enough. He's going to get the mark on number 11. Looks like he's going to try to blitz the journeyman. We'll see. He might not blitz the journeyman. He might just be tying these players up. There's the ball pickup by MacGyver. He's going to move to center pitch. $15 seconds to go for Pity the Ghoul. Whoa, 2 GFIs. Well done. Well done. Oh, is he going to pass? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Is he going to pass? He does have... Oh, no, he doesn't have an AG of 4. All right, no pass. All right, good. Good. That would have been ridiculous. Turn 1. Tracksuit Mafia now on turn 1. Look at this fella. Look at this fella right here. Grashnak Blackhoof. So Pity the Ghoul has closed this corridor here with these 2 players. Riker, the werewolf, is exerting tackle zones here. And Roscoe Pico Train, the white, is exerting tackle zones here. Cliffy says, do you blitz with the Beastman or blitz with Grashnak? You want to be blitzing with number 7, really. In fact, that might be what I would do. I'd probably just take this blitz here with number 7, because then I can protect him. Maybe get that SPP on him. Nope, he's going to take the block instead. Fair enough. He can still blitz with number 7 if he wants. Gets a knockdown. The problem is, that's exactly what he's going to do. I think this is a good play here. 2-die blitz on the werewolf. This will be a good knockdown. He's going to break armor. That's claw in play. He's going to get a stun out of it. That's a great stun if he can convert, but he's got to keep Rosemian safe. We'll see what he wants to do. He can keep him here if he's going to move players. Oh, he tried to GFI back. You can't GFI, buddy. You can't GFI. Spent a reroll on turn 1 on the GFI. He recognizes he needs to keep this player safe. He doesn't want to lose this kill player. Man, I got 2 booster shots yesterday, and I'm feeling awful. 2-die block gets 2 pals here. Double pals on the number 3 Chaos Warrior. Takes a 2-die block, gets the pal on Mr. Rogers. Will Mr. Rogers stand firm? He might not. Looks like he's thinking about it. Yes, indeed. And he decided not to use the skill there. All skills in Blood Bowl are optional to use unless stated otherwise. So stand firm doesn't mean he has to stay put. He can elect not to use it and get pushed out of the way. He wanted to get pushed out of this little terrifying section here, so he got pushed back over here. But just like that, the number 4 Chaos Warrior is going to come in to fill the gap. Tracksuit Mafia needs to be a little... Well, both teams really need to be a little careful. Tracksuit Mafia can't give up on his defense. His defense is looking pretty solid so far. Still needs to set it up over in the left wide zone here. He only has 2 seconds left. Looks like he's going to give up on the left wide zone and just have a safety back there. All right. He's going to say to Pity the Ghoul, if you want to come down the left wide zone, come at me. Pity the Ghoul now. Need to get some protection on this ball carrier. And that's going to be tough to do. That's going to be tough to do. Well, that won't be that tough. He can hand off to the werewolf. He can move the white. He can move the white and Cliff Clavin into position and set up a half cage, but and now you're in trouble. But if he gives the ball to the handoff, if he gives the ball to the werewolf, I think the half cage might still be okay. This werewolf has an AG of 4. He can then shoot MacGyver or someone else down pitch, and that's an easy toss so long as he has a reroll. Like he says, I think not moving his whole team to one side is a bad idea for Merrick. Pity the Ghoul is too fast to put people too far out of the middle. Just hope for a good blitz. Yeah, I thought for sure here. He had this too deep here. I thought for sure he'd move these players over rather than moving the Chaos Warrior up. But we'll see. He might be feeling confident here. 40 seconds left for Pity the Ghoul. Tracksuit Mafia looking for vengeance after week 5. Pity the Ghoul defeated Tracksuit Mafia in the final week of the regular season. They were able to take the 2nd seed spot here in the Dungeonbowl semifinals. Wow. 2-die blitz with MacGyver. They're going to knock down Grashnak. They're looking for a 9+ to break armor. But what do you do now? What do you do now? Obviously intends to move MacGyver. Is he going to cage up at the 2-yard line? That is a risky cage. That is a risky cage. Oh, he is just going to run away. He's going to run away to his own 16-yard line. He was at his 8-yard line. He ran back to his 16-yard line. I think that's fair play. He says, there's nowhere safe for me to advance. I'll just retreat for now. I'll regroup. We'll try it again next turn. Turn 2 for Tracksuit Mafia. It feels like turn 7. Clay says that's not a cage at the 2-yard line. That is a death ball. Yeah, that'd be super duper risky. They'd block down Mr. Rogers, and then go after the werewolf next turn. Or I'm sorry, go after the ghoul next turn. Grashnak stood up. What? Oh, he's not a wild animal either. Wow. Wow, Grashnak is terrifying. Tootie is injured. Good injury here for Tracksuit Mafia. And now, one-man player advantage for Tracksuit Mafia. That's what they're looking for. Took the 2-die block on the zombie. Broke the armor, and now he has the player advantage. 2-die block on Mr. Rogers now. This will be a knockdown. Mr. Rogers, will he stay put? Nope. He's going to say, push me back. It's cool. Clavius, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Under into play in turn 2 for Tracksuit Mafia. 2-die block, back at the center pitch. It's going to get a knockdown on number 3, Roscoe Peacoltrain. Blitz still on the table here with 45 seconds to play. Looks like we might see a block or a blitz on the Greatest American Hero. Just needs one more SPP to level up Brosemian. In fact, well, not in fact. I would say if this was still regular season play, here's that blitz with Brosemian. Gets the POW. 9+. 9+. He gets a +1 on this armor roll. He's going to break armor. Gets a KO. Well done. So if that wasn't a KO, or if this was a regular season play, if he picked up that SPP, if he got a casualty and picked up the SPP for it, you get 2 SPP for inflicting a casualty. I would say he's probably done with Brosemian. At that point, he wants to put that SPP on other players. He's got the trifecta of chaos skills already. But because now it's playoff time, I think he's probably going to want to put the work in with Brosemian, especially in this matchup. 2-man player advantage now for Tracksuit Mafia. Not so trusty Patches. Believe it or not, he is walking on air. He never thought he could be so free EE. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Clavy says, man, make sure you can keep track of how far that werewolf can run. Yeah, Tracksuit Mafia needs to be careful of these werewolves. One has an AV of 8, an MA of 8. One has an MA of 7. Now, this werewolf has been knocked down. When you're knocked down, it costs 3 MA to stand up. So this MA of 7 or MA of 8 is effectively an MA of 5. Clifey is cheering for the defense. Thank you for the bits. 2-die block double pals now on Grashnak Blackhoof by Mr. T. It's going to get a chain push out of here. He's going to push. Wow, he broke armor. Oh, no! Grashnak Blackhoof has a broken neck, and he is out of the game. Well done by Pity the Ghoul. That's the wrong replay. Grashnak Blackhoof has been injured, and now he is out for the remainder of the game. It looks like Echo the Second's coming in on the second drive. 1-man player advantage now for Tracksuit Mafia. Wow. Wow. Grashnak is not all that resilient. He has an AV of 8, which is not bad. But we're not talking dwarves. And Pity the Ghoul went after Grashnak, took him off the pitch, and now that's a big player that Tracksuit Mafia will not have. "46 seconds to play here in turn 3 for Pity the Ghoul. They've got players to action. He's probably trying to figure out where he... Oh, no, he's going for the blitz. Going for the blitz. 2-die blitz. Gets the knockdown due to the block skill. Where's he going to move the ball carrier? Started with the blitz. That's interesting. Especially if he means to dodge the werewolf. He might not. but it's currently an up. No. It's a 1-die block with the werewolf. It's a skilled. No, it's not. Block versus block. Oh boy. Oh boy. Pity the Ghoul now. Trying to keep this ball safe. They're going to get the 2-die block with the werewolf now on Bro Isaac. Going to get the knockdown. Look at a chain push. But remember, this is a werewolf. He's going to have to follow up. Man, how do you protect this ball carrier? Do you just rely on blodge? Is that the plan? It's a 2 GFI blitz with Bro Semyon on the ball carrier. I don't know if he wants to go that far. We'll see. You can get the 2-die with the Journeyman against Mayhem. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Not so trusty patches. Thank you. Thank you for the bits. Oh, was it? That's a new one. I didn't set the volume on it. I'm sorry. I should have. Under a minute to play here for Tracksuit Mafia. They're trying to figure out what they want to do here and what their correct action order is. So they're not going to blitz with Bro Semyon. They're going to move him into position on defense. Well, now what? Got to keep people back in the secondary here. He has to be careful of these breakaway werewolves. Two-die block. Clean hit against number 10, the zombie Mayhem, formerly of Genus Chaos. Is he going to try to blitz the ball carrier? Is he going to make it a 1-die blitz? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or a 1 GFI blitz, rather. A 1-die GFI blitz? There's no way. He is. It's 2 dies because of Horn. Oh, no, it's not. It's 1 die because MacGyver has a strength of 4. Wow, it's going to be a dodge push. Wow. 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 I forgot he has a strength of 4. Oh. Clevy says, yeah, I think he forgot it was a 1-die too. 1-die block back at center pitch at the line will be a push result. Ten seconds to play. That'll be it. Turn 4. Now for Pity the Ghoul. They don't have the AG4 werewolf into position where they would like, but they could easily rectify that. They could take the block on the Journeyman. They could do a handoff to Balky, and then Balky can just start running. But he only has an AV, or he only has an MA of 7. He might just hand off to Riker instead. Two-die block. It's going to get the push. That is not where he wants him to be. There's the knockdown. He'll have to follow up here too. Probably should have blitzed with the werewolf here. Probably should have blitzed with the werewolf. Gonna break armor and get a stun. Gets the 2-die block against Bro Isaac. This is going to be a push or both standing result. They'll probably go with the push. And indeed he will. He'll follow up. He can't get these holes that he's looking for. Still has a blitz. He could blitz with Riker, but then what do you do? Well, he could blitz with Riker and set up a half cage here. No, he's going to blitz the ball carrier free. It's a stun. That's a good stun. It has plenty of movement left with the ball carrier. I would have thought he'd blitz here and get the werewolf up here. He still has movement with the werewolf. He can set up a half cage here just fine if he wants. Doesn't even have to be a half cage. He can set up any number of safe positioning here with his offensive line. 2-die block back at the line. He'll get a push. This is against the number 3 Chaos Warrior. He has a strength of 4 and the block skill. Another 2-die block coming up with Mr. T. He's going to move the ball first. That's a free move. Moves the ball up to his own 6-yard line. There's that 2-die block with Mr. T. He's going to get a knockdown here. Really tough, these Chaos Warriors, with that strength of, or that AV of 9. It means you have to roll a 10 on a 2d6 to break armor. Blitz has been spent. No more blocks to take. I imagine he won't be fouling, but he might move Sam Beckett. In fact, he probably wants to. Cliff Claven's going to shamble on over to get the 2-die block on number 4. This will be a push result. Doesn't follow up. He doesn't want to eat 2 dice coming back. That's it. Final turn of the first quarter now for Tracksuit Mafia. Pity the Ghoul doing a really good job here on offense. Really, he hasn't been able to bust through this defensive line, but I mean, this has been very, very good positioning with his offense here to keep his ball carrier safe. When there was nowhere safe to go, he just backed off. Really well played here by Pity the Ghoul. You can see why these two teams are here in the Dungeonbowl semifinals. Two-die block against Mayhem. This will be a push result. Blitz coming up. This is on Mr. T. 2-die blitz on Mr. T is going to get a good knockdown here. He has Mighty Blow. He also has Claw. It's only an 8 to break armor instead of 10. Gets a KO. Well done. It was a blitz, so he still has a ton of movement left with this Beastman. He's going to just keep him super safe. He's going to play some defense here. He's going to defend this corridor here. I think that's sound. 2-die block over on the left side of the line. He'll get a pal. Breaks armor again. Wow, injures Cliff Claven. And he is going to miss the next game. What an injury. What an injury. Wow, gouged his eyeball clean out of his face. (10v7) on the pitch, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10v7 on the pitch. 3-man player advantage for Tracksuit Mafia. So we talked about this in the pregame, right? How he wanted to leverage his kill skills. He picked up Grashnak. He's a good kill player. He's been leveraging Brosemian fairly well here. He's been doing a great job of it. Even though both both sides have lost some key positionals here in this game, and we're only in the second quarter. Man, man, they've been playing a stellar game. Not so trusty Patches says, can you gouge the eye from a skeleton? I'm not sure. I mean, you can, but can you? Second quarter begins now for Pity the Ghoul. Where to go? They have a corridor open, but can they make it safe? They can also move down the left sideline, but can they make it safe? GFI's Sam Beckett down pitch. Sending players down the left sideline. He sends the level 4 werewolf and the level 1 ghoul down the left sideline. Or the left wide zone, rather. He's committing to it. There he goes. He's going to get a mark on both the number 4 and the number 2 Chaos Warriors. Over here on the left side of the, or in the left wide zone, rather. He'll get a 2-die block coming back, but that eats up one of these players' turns, right? So when you mark multiple players like this, really what you're doing, you're just saying, all right, you want to come block me? You can come block me, but only one of your players is moving. The other one's not, unless you really want to spend a blitz on it. Pity the Ghoul. Looks like he is setting up to try to get behind this defensive line here. We'll see if he can make it happen. He's going to take a mark on Bro Stas, the number 9 Beastman, playing middle linebacker here. Maybe even safety at this point. Good dodge. Did he need a dodge? Maybe he did. All right, sets up a half cage over here in the left wide zone. Turn 5 now for Tracksuit Mafia. This half cage has gotten successfully behind this line, but I have to imagine the blitz is coming on Balky. The blitz is a-coming. 2-die block on Mr. Rogers is going to be a both standing result. He wanted something better out of that. It's going to keep number 2 locked down. I'm surprised he didn't spend the reroll. Can he get somebody else over there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he can, of course. 2-die block, well done. I thought he was locked down for some reason. 2-die block gets the push on Balky. He'll follow up. Gets a mark on MacGyver. MacGyver doesn't care too much right now. Tracksuit Mafia gets the free reroll due to the dodge. Oh, he doesn't have dodge. Oh, he does have dodge. It's the free reroll due to the dodge skill. And it'll be a positive dodge. Tracksuit Mafia is going to want to try to get a player in front of the ball carrier if he can. Otherwise, it's going to be a TD. Oh, that's a good point. He is marked with tackle. He can't use the dodge skill. Still has 3 rerolls, 1 for each turn remaining in the first half. Tracksuit Mafia with 2. $40 seconds to play in turn number 5. Man, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Spends the reroll after the failed GFI. Gets another mark on MacGyver. He's going to try to make MacGyver roll some dice. Finally knocks down, what was that, Mr. T? Mr. Rogers. Knocks down Mr. Rogers. Oh, that's right, Mr. T was taken off the pitch, poor guy. Takes a mark with the journeyman. He got a 2-die block against Mayhem. He's going to get a push out of this. I'm surprised he hasn't stood up Bro Roman yet. Or done anything with this guy. 2-die block against the number 14 werewolf. Gets the knockdown. Well done. And that'll be it. Turn 6 back to Pity the Ghoul. Man, I got 2 shots yesterday, 1 in each arm. Both my arms hurt. Pity the Ghoul. Looking to do some work here. Looking to do some work. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. He can get the assist in with number 3. He's going to do that first. All right. He's got a 2-die block with Sam Beckett against number 7. He'll follow up. And then he'll take the block with Balky. Here's the 2-die block. Gets the knockdown, or gets the dodge push, rather. Nope, gets the knockdown. All right. All right, I'm in it. Now he's going to get the 2-die block with Balky. Might even make it a blitz if he really wants to. No, he doesn't really want to. Oh, it's a 1-die. It's a 1-die with Balky. Ooh. Oh, no, it's a 2-die. It's a 2-die with Balky. I mean, I think that's the play, right? 36 seconds left to go for Pity the Ghoul here. I think he takes the block with Balky, and then he scores with MacGyver and goes up 1-0 here. We'll see what he's thinking about here. He has 27 seconds left to make something happen. There's that 2-die block. He'll get the knockdown on number 5, and that'll be it. Pity the Ghoul is going to take the lead 1-0 unless he thinks he can stall. Ten seconds left for Dead Fred to decide. Let's see, what did he decide to do? He decided to score. I think that was a good call. Pity the Ghoul takes the lead 1-0 in this semifinal matchup. Get off the camera. Get off the camera. Oh, 2 not coming back into the game. 2 coming back from the knockout box. That's the Bloodweiser Babe at work. Well done. Three turns left for Tracksuit Mafia to try to score. It's going to be hard, but it is doable. 11v11 on the pitch again after that murderous first drive of the game. Pity the Ghoul to set up on defense. We're going to have 2 turns left to play some D. Tracksuit Mafia has 3 turns remaining to try to score. Unless, of course, there's a riot. The thing I like about Blood Bowl the most, I think, is the fact that I can say things out of context that just sound ridiculous. He's going to have 3 turns to score, unless, of course, there's a riot. Remember, oh, I thought somebody had a wizard, but they don't. Remember, there's a wizard in play. No, there's not. It was Grashnak, and Grashnak is out of the game. Out of the game with a gouged eye. I think Grashnak was not a bad pickup at all, but now, woof, Echo the second with an AV of 7, putting him right on the line here. Man, man, Tracksuit Mafia with a 7-man line against this 3-man defensive line. Pity the Ghoul with a shallow defense. They're still going to play some D. They know very well that Tracksuit Mafia can score. Tracksuit Mafia only has 1 reroll available, but Pity the Ghoul does not have a kicker, so Tracksuit Mafia could get away with one kickoff return player if they wish. Oh, here's hoping not so trusty Patches. Thank you for the bits. He says, you never heard that line in the show. After getting cut in half with a chainsaw, MacGyver is regenerated again. Here's the kick. Brilliant coaching. Pity the Ghoul gets an extra reroll. Not that they needed it. It's going to be a touchback. Tracksuit Mafia is not going to have to pick this ball up. Who do they put it in the hands of? Who do they put it in the hands of? Do you think it'll be number 10? Do you think it'll be number 3? Oh, it was number 10. All right. Bro Rob is the ball carrier. So Tracksuit Mafia is going to take the blocks at the line, and then he's going to try to barrel down a wide zone. Two blocks left to take at the line. Needs to be careful of Echo the second. He might not want to take a block with Echo at all. Echo has Frenzy. That means he's forced to follow up. With that very fragile AV of 7, with that fractured skull, he's not long for this world. Tracksuit Mafia becoming clear-headed here. Took a block first and was like, wait a minute, why don't I move my players before I start rolling dice? He's deciding who he wants to move down pitch. He's got a blitz to take. He's thinking about taking that blitz with Bro Semyon. That's the Claw Mighty Blow player. Not so trusty Patches says, as fragile as Skaven. That's right. As fragile as Skaven, as fragile as elves. Now he's taking the 2-die block back at the line, gets a push. Final 2-die block. I have to imagine he's going to take it with number 4. No, he takes it a 3-die block with Echo the second. Oh boy, all right. He has to follow up with Echo. Frees up number 4. Who does he blitz with? I imagine it's number 7, but who does he blitz? He is going to blitz Mr. T. 2-die blitz coming up. Mr. T would normally... Oh, he's got the 2 kickoff return players he hasn't moved yet? Man. Mr. T normally be very difficult to take off the pitch, but not when a player with claws comes into play. Here it is. 2-die blitz. Gets the knockdown. Can he break armor? He cannot. Great stun, though. Where does he move Bro Semyon? Moves him into this tight cage here. All right. Turn 7 for Pity the Ghoul. Penultimate turn of the first half of the game. They're in the lead 1-0. Tracksuit Mafia will be on offense in the second half of this game. We are in playoffs now. There are no ties. If this game ends at a tie, we're going to overtime. Clevy says, wait, he broke armor. Why didn't it do the animation? I don't know. I don't know. Not so trusty Patches says, man, if only there was a wizard available. Pity the Ghoul is going to get in front of these journeymen that are on the front of this cage. I don't think I like having journeymen at the front of the cage. I think I'd rather them be behind me, or I'm not likely to take blocks. But this is fine. This is fine. Is he thinking of blitzing with Balky? You can get 2 die blitz with Balky. Easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy peasy. On the number 11 journeyman if he wishes. He just really doesn't want that to be 2 pushes. Here it is. He's going to try to surf number 11. There's 1. He's going to take the push. Oh, he's not going to take the push because this would have been negative. Would it have been negative? Let's see. 1. Oh boy, dodges out the werewolf. Fair enough. Takes the knockdown instead. Dodges the werewolf out of the way. Remember, he has an AG of 4, so his dodges are all but free. This defense bearing down on this offense. Turn 7 for Tracksuit Mafia. They need to end this turn in scoring position if they want to score. If they score this half, they'll be in great shape to win this game 2-1. Two die block at center pitch. Gets the push. Takes the 2 die with Echo the second. He'll have to follow up here after the push and take a frenzy block again. This time he'll have to push again. I would be so shocked if Mr. Rogers doesn't punch Echo the second in the face next turn. But we'll see. It's going to depend on where the defense needs to be set up to prevent the score. One minute, 2 seconds left in turn 7. Tracksuit Mafia looking for a way to advance this ball down pitch. They have to end in scoring position. Currently, that means moving 3 spaces forward. But where do you go? Clevy says he needs to get a receiver off to the left. Yeah, that's what I was just checking with Bro Casimier's, the number 2 Chaos Warrior. He can get a blitz with him. He can go 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. He'd have to take both GFIs, right? Oh no, he'd be marked here. 2 die blitz. Gets the POW against George Jefferson. Gets the knockdown. To what end, though? To what end? Is he just going to... What? All right. So he's caging... I'm perplexed. I'm sorry. So he's got a cage here at center pitch. And it looks like he's not going to try to score. So that'll be it. Tracksuit Mafia not going to try to score. Turn 8 for Pity the Ghoul. This changes the dynamic of the game a bit. These are... Tracksuit Mafia is not a fast team. They're not slow, but they're not fast. They're going to be on offense in the second half of the game. That means if they score, it's probably going to be later in the half, which means that the game will likely go to overtime. And if that's the case... Tracksuit Mafia needs to play that way. In overtime, it's like you're starting the game over. You flip a coin, Whoever wins the coin toss gets to choose whether they want to kick or receive. And then you reset your players for a new drive. The only difference is you don't get your rerolls back. So the rerolls you get at the start of the second half, that's it. That's all you get for the rest of the game. And so you'll need to keep that in mind, especially if it turns out you're going to start playing for the draw here. This game can't end in a draw. It has to play out. There has to be a winner. If after overtime the game is still tied, it's going to go to kicks. It's going to go to kicks. Whoever wins the coin toss in overtime will almost certainly be on offense. And if that's Pity the Ghoul, then Tracksuit Mafia really wants to have a player advantage. So it really changes the dynamic in your strategy going forward if that's what he's going to play for. Pity the Ghoul wants to save MacGyver. He's going to send him down pitch. He's going to save Balky as well. Still has a blitz to take. Imagine he'll take it. Maybe he won't. Yeah, I'd totally go after Echo. I would blitz the heck out of Echo. Maybe he's going to blitz Echo with Roscoe P. Coltrane? Take both Minotaurs out in the first half? 13 seconds left. We'll see if he's going to try that or not. He is. He is. 2-die blitz again, or 1-die blitz rather. It's going to be a good knockdown. It'll be a stun. It'll just be a stun. I think that was the right call. And now he's going to foul Echo as well. Doesn't get anything out of it. Doesn't get called off the pitch. Final turn of the first half. I think that was a great sequence by Dead Fred there. Try to take that Minotaur off the pitch. Two-die block. That's gonna work too, the block skill. I love that Chaos Warrior dropkick. I love it so much. Two-die block again, gonna work out too, the block skill. No other quote-unquote free blocks to take. In other words, he's got the block here against Mr. T. It's a two-die block, but Mr. T has the block skill as well as Bro Isaac. Where's his Bro Semyon? I would totally hand the ball off to Bro Semyon and then have Bro Semyon do a quick pass to pick up that one SPP he needs. Bro Semyon's not marked by anybody. I would totally hand that ball off. And then just scoot out here. Pass to, is there a better pass target? Nope, just pass to number 2. That's what I would do. Tracksuit Mafia. Tracksuit Mafia. He says, Bro Semyon, you're not leveling up. Fluffy says leveling up is only useful if he wins. Sure, but that guy would have Claw, Mighty Blow, and Piling On. If he wins everything forever. Still going to try it. He's going to try it with a casualty roll here. He gets the knockdown on Mr. T. Just needs an 8+ to break armor. Doesn't break armor. Fair enough. He wanted to get the 2 SPP and put himself in a better position for the game as well. I think that's totally fair. Not much else to do here. That's going to be it. 1-0. Pity the Ghoul. Unless he thinks he's going to foul. I don't think he wants to. But I didn't think Pity the Ghoul. Well, I think Pity the Ghoul's foul was okay. I think that was a fine foul. That's it. He's going to let the clock run out. Second half's going to begin with Tracksuit Mafia on offense. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be 11v11 on the pitch. Oh, poor Grashnak. Poor Grashnak. In fact, if Tracksuit Mafia doesn't win, this will be the last we see of Grashnak. The last we remember of Grashnak will be his gouged eye. Pity the Ghoul. It's going to keep their defense exactly the same as it was the last drive. Tracksuit Mafia currently setting up with a 7-man offensive line. They don't need to get super risky here. They've got to play a very well-timed game here. They can't score early. Pity the Ghoul has movement on Tracksuit Mafia. Tracksuit Mafia would not be able to catch Pity the Ghoul. They don't want Pity the Ghoul to have to be able to win 2-1 at the end of the half. They'll probably want to play for overtime. Here's the kick. Oh boy. Oh boy. It is pouring rain in this semifinal matchup. All ball pickup rolls are -1. That means catches, interceptions, and pickups. They're all -1. 2-die block. That hurts Pity the Ghoul more than it hurts Tracksuit Mafia, but make no mistake, trying to pick a ball up in the rain, it's tough for anyone. Breaks armor here. Breaks armor, gets a stun with number 4. Final block on the line, he'll get a POW. Pouring rain. Tracksuit Mafia doesn't really have a passing game. Pity the Ghoul does. They have Balky here. He has an AG of 4. That means he'll almost certainly want to pick up the ball with Balky if he tries to. Tracksuit Mafia, they're just going to have to hope. They're going to have to hope they can pick this ball up. Getting 2 players on the ball. They're going to protect this ball. It's more important now in the rain than it was in the fair weather. If this pickup goes awry, at least they'll have some players around the ball to protect it. Looks like, I wasn't paying attention, but it looks like he moved Bro Semyon over toward the ball. Gotta be a little careful of getting up pitch. So it looks like he's going to try to cage up on his own 6-yard line. Moves Echo back to the cage as well. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. This tight cage is going to allow this defense to really sort of try to encircle it. Let's see if it works out for him. Really what he wants to be doing is he wants to be leveraging these 2 players here. Bro Semyon, the number 7 Beastman, and Bro Roman, the number 8 Beastman. Both these players have Mighty Blow. Bro Semyon has Claw as well. Failed pickup. Normally a 3+. It's a 4+ in the rain. This reroll makes it a 75%. It failed. That's a turnover. Turn 9 for Pity the Ghoul now. Ball very well protected by the offense. Think he's going to get a werewolf in here? Think he's going to get a werewolf in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom. It's a GFI with Balky because he's injured. Exactly right, Clypheus. Exactly right. He needs to be very careful about using his rerolls here, because if this game goes to overtime, whatever he has left, that's all he's going to get. So Trusty Patches says, time for an AG4 Wolf to pick it up. He can, but that probably means the AG4 Wolf is blitzing too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if he's blitzing, it's a GFI to blitz. Lady the Ghoul advances Mr. T, takes a mark on the Journeyman, the number 6 Beastman. Over on the right side of the pitch. This defense is moving their players into position first, as you do. Take your least risky actions first. He moves Riker, the number 14 Werewolf over into the right wide zone. Really barreling down on this offense. He thinks he's going to get this ball. He thinks he's going to get this ball. So I guess the blitz is going to happen on Bro Dimitri, and then he'll blitz him this way. Here he comes. Here he comes. There's the POW. Stays put. Is he going to move out of the way? Is he going to move out of the way? Probably not. He's not going to risk picking that ball up. Turn 10 now for Tracksuit Mafia. If this were a regular season, I might have tried to pick the ball up. I'd blitz with the Werewolf to blitz him down, and then the Ghoul would come up to pick up the ball. If I pick it up, I'm in good shape. I'm ahead, right? So that just gives me momentum. It means he's got to knock me down, get the ball back. The ball scatters where it scatters. But now that it's the semifinals of the Dungeonbowl and one game and you're out, right? One loss and you're out. You gotta play with a little more discretion. You can't be taking these wacky risks and then find yourself down a number of important players going into your next match. Tracksuit Mafia failed the dodge, spent the reroll. They're down to 1 reroll for the rest of the game. Or plus pickup. It's got some blocks to take first. But he doesn't have a reroll left. Two-die block on the left side of the line. This will work due to the block skill. Well done. Another two-die block coming up against George Jefferson. That works out due to the block skill as well. He could take a 1-die block against Mr. Rogers, but he absolutely will not. He could move Echo up for the guard assist, and then Echo gets murdered next turn. Going for the ball pickup. 4+ worked out. Wow. Well done. He moves Echo the second forward to exert some tackle zones. Try to protect this ball carrier. This might be it. Turn 2 now for Pity the Ghoul. Lucky pickup. Lucky pickup, lucky move with Echo the second. So unlike Grashnak, a normal Minotaur is a wild animal. So if they take a block or a blitz, they have to roll a d6 before they take their action. If it's a block or a blitz, then on a 2+, they get to take their action. Otherwise, on a 4+, they get to take their action. Otherwise, they stay put, being angry. Because he didn't block or blitz with Echo the second, it was a 4+, and it worked out there. Just 25%. If the odds work out in his favor that way. on the ball pickup and the moving of Echo the second. But Nuffle is looking out for him. Or is he? He only has one reroll left. Passing game is really out of the question unless we're talking about a quick pass. Under a minute to play for Pity the Ghoul. "30 seconds left for Pity the Ghoul." Trying to figure out what to do to stop this offense. First order of business is to stop the forward momentum, which they're doing very well so far. Second order of business would be how to get the ball away. Now, they don't need to do that because they're up 1-0. So it could be enough to just stop the forward momentum. In fact, when I play a team like this, if I can stop him from crossing center pitch, right? If I can stop him from moving forward for a number of turns, that might just be my strategy. I may be like, okay, well now it's that much harder for him to score. I'm just going to screen him out. Pity the Ghoul gets a push over in the right wide zone. Turn 11 to Tracksuit Mafia. Again, Tracksuit Mafia has to be wary about scoring too early. Wow, Echo the second again succeeds on his wild animal roll of a 4+. Wow, wow, wow. Mafia says, surf that ghoul. He could have. He could have. Blitz coming up. He wants the blitz on Bro Semyon. Doesn't break armor. We'll move Bro Semyon probably back over to the left here. Depends on which direction he plans on moving. Yes, indeed. Claffy says, man, why not surf the ghoul? I don't know. I don't know. Journeyman moves forward to mark the number 16 ghoul in the right wide zone. Solid line now in front of Tracksuit Mafia. Got to be a little wary of the left side here. This is why he's got that left side of the cage. Breaks armor, gets a stun here on the left side of the line. Gets a POW against Mayhem, the number 10 zombie. And that might be it, unless he wants to take the I thought that was a 1 die for some reason, but it's not. It's not. 5v4, that's 2 dice. That's it. He's not going to move the ball carrier. He keeps everybody where they are. Fair enough. He has the ball at center pitch. That means Pity the Ghoul still has to be mindful about defending against the entire width of the pitch here. You know, if we were playing in the Elven Drome that I purchased after my season was over, there'd be no threat of rain. None whatsoever. 75 seconds left in turn 11 for Petty the Ghoul. Trying to figure out their options here. You'll often see coaches do this. They'll take some time, maybe even up to a minute, maybe more, to figure out, to sort of scope out what their turn's going to look like in their mind, where they want to end up, what they want their formation to look like, and then how best to achieve that, what action order to take, or rather what actions to take, what order to take them in. And it can be tough. It can be very stressful when you're under a 2-minute time limit. Not so trusty Patches demands death. More injuries, please. It's still 11v11 on the pitch, right? 5, 6, 7. It's 11, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. Gets a push here against the number 2 Chaos Warrior. These two lines are just duking it out. Tracksuit Mafia advances one space. Pity the Ghoul takes that space right back. I am surprised by this use of Bro Roman as the ball carrier. That's your Mighty Blow player. And again, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not in the semifinals, but I would think Tracksuit Mafia wants to be leveraging number 7 and number 8 here and trying to get player advantage. Even Echo the Second, if he can make it work. 2-die block on Echo. Pity the Ghoul trying to take Echo out when it gets a push. Dodges MacGyver back to the middle linebacker position now. Another dodge by Sam Beckett, the number 16 Ghoul. Turn 12 for Tracksuit Mafia. Cleffy says, I think he saw the surfing danger there. Yeah, his Ghoul was in danger of being surfed by the Minotaur. He dodged him away. He said, no, thank you. Two-die block at center pitch. Gets the knockdown against George Jefferson. There's that blitz. There's that claw. Mighty Blow. Blitz. Oh boy, does he spend his final reroll? He does. He's going to get the knockdown here. He better hope he takes Mr. Rogers out. He does not. And that is it for Tracksuit Mafia's team reroll. 0 TRRs remaining for Tracksuit Mafia for the remainder of the game. Wow. Finally failed a wild animal roll with Echo here. Tried to reposition Echo. Rolled a 2. He needed a 4+. Echo's going to stay put. Unlike something like Really Stupid, he doesn't lose his tackle zones. He just kind of hangs out. Oh, does he lose his tackle zones? No, I don't think so. 2-die block gets a push against number 4, the greatest American hero. Both standing, result over in the right wide zone. Looks like he's gonna maybe cage up one space. No, he's gonna, yeah. All right, he's gonna cage up one space forward on his own 6-yard line. Not so trusty Patches says that greed reroll is really gonna bite Merrick. Yeah, boy. Oh, took a 1-die block, failed it, got KO'd for his trouble. Pity the Ghoul with a 1-man player advantage. Tracksuit Mafia with no rerolls remaining, especially in the rain. He better hope he holds on to that ball. The problem is he's going to need to pick the ball up again if he wants to win this game. He could get cheering fans. He could get brilliant coaching. Petey the Ghoul, 45 seconds have passed. They moved a zombie forward to the line of scrimmage over on the left side of the pitch. Two-die block over the right side of the pitch gets a push. My audio settings are all messed up. I can't hear any of these sound alerts, but thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Blitz with MacGyver. He's going to get the knockdown against Bro Red October. Dodges MacGyver out of the way. Decided to just take a blitz. Try to take somebody off the pitch. This might be it for his turn. Now he's going to move forward to take the two-die block on number 10. No, he's going to take a one-die block on Bro Dimitri instead. Just a werewolf left to action with 7 seconds left in the third quarter. It's going to pull that werewolf back a space. Turn 13 for Tracksuit Mafia. Look at this defense. This defense is solid. Just absolutely solid. There are no gaps. The offense trying to plunk away at it, but you've got Mr. Rogers here with that strength of 2. He's crossed the line of scrimmage. He's tying up a number of players. Knocks down Mr. Rogers, but that's one player who stays put. Fourth and, well, potentially final quarter of the game. Petey the Ghoul is in the lead 1-0. Tracksuit Mafia desperately trying to score. They have yet to cross the line of scrimmage, and this is what I was talking about earlier in the half. At this point, where I Petey the Ghoul, I'd say, you know what? This is fine. This is fine. I'm just going to screen him out. I'm going to screen him out and try to win 1-0. Tried to take the blitz with Echo the second. Failed the wild animal roll, and that is the blitz spent. That is unfortunate for Tracksuit Mafia. They are running out of turns here to lose such important actions to. Stands up number 3, takes a mark over on the left side of the pitch. We'll see where he's going with that. Takes another mark. It looks like he's going to try to move the ball across the line of scrimmage over in the left wide zone. There it is, the ball. Oh, he fails the GFI. How many times I gotta tell you, man? How many times I gotta tell you? Got greedy. He wanted to try to keep number 11 from dodging out this way and then resetting in front of the cage, but failed the GFI, and he has no rerolls left. Petey the Ghoul in great shape here. Great shape to recover this ball. See if they can make it happen. How many times? Blood Bowl coaches who know the rules in and out. What are the odds of a GFI failing? 55 seconds left in turn 13 for Petey the Ghoul. Not so trusty Patches graciously lowered the GFI failure rate from 900% to 99%. Thank you very much. Clypheus triggered an emergency GFI warning. Thank you for the bits. Two-die block on Brosemian. Oh, he's going to get the knockdown here. Still has a blitz on the table. Here comes. Two-die blitz gets the pow against Bro Red October. So GFI to pick up with the 4 AG Werewolf if he wants. He's already spent his reroll. Oh, he's just going to pick it up with MacGyver. All right. 50-50 pickup worked out. And now Petey the Ghoul has recovered this ball. How was that 2 dice? How was that 2 dice? He's strength 4, man. He's been working out. The Werewolves are going to play some coverage here. Tracksuit Mafia in danger, in significant danger at this point. They've lost the ball. They're down 0-1. They got to get this ball back, and they've got to score to keep their season alive. Tracksuit Mafia has made the cut 3 out of 3 times this season. They've made the top 4 in the Chaos Cup this season. They made the top 4 in the Spike Magazine Trophy this season, and they've made the top 4 in the Dungeon Bowl. They have not been able to get past the semifinals in either of them. They're hoping they can change that tonight. He can score, right? Yeah, he can score. He's totally going to score. Tracksuit Mafia has to get on this ball carrier, and they need to do it right now. Under a minute to go in turn 14. They get a knockdown at center pitch. Oh, if to have a war dancer, a wizard. Wouldn't a wizard be great? Journeyman moves forward to mark number 10. He still has his blitz. Who's he going to blitz with? Oh, no! Oh, he's not blitzing. What? Not so trusty Patches. Has Dead Fred qualified for the Blood Bowl already? If he wins tonight, he will qualify. Failed the dodge. Oh boy, what What a blitz. He wanted to blitz the ball carrier. Turn 14 now for Pity the Ghoul. All they've got to do is walk this ball. 2 GFIs to score. I think he wants to. He has 2 rerolls. If he scores, he all but wins this game. I don't think there's anything else to really do. He doesn't want to risk losing anybody else at this point in the season. I think you just take 2 GFIs. He'll move players into position first, just in case he fails the GFI. Yeah, just in case he fails the GFIs. But I mean, this is the play for this turn, I think. I don't even think he wants to stall. I think he just wants to score, because then he can reset on defense and he can keep players. It's easier to keep players safe that way. He can just set players up in the secondary or do whatever, rather than have to trade blows each and every turn for the next 2 turns. You think he stalls a turn? All right, we'll see. Here we go. He's moving the Ghoul down pitch. He's going to spend the reroll on this final GFI to score. There it is. 2-0. Pity the Ghoul increases their lead. And there's not much Tracksuit Mafia can do at this point. Well played game by Pity the Ghoul. By both coaches, really. Pity the Ghoul just had a stellar offense and a stellar defense in this game. Really well done. Pity the Ghoul. It looks like they will remain undefeated. Only 2 teams in league history have finished a season undefeated. That has been Knee-High to Knuffle this season in the Chaos Cup, and the Baltimore Vloops in last season's Spike Magazine Trophy. Pity the Ghoul. They could be number 3. I'm actually surprised he rolled both of the GFIs back to back like that. Like, I would have rolled one, see if that failed, and then rolled the second one. If the first one failed, I'd be like, all right, I'll wait a turn. Tracksuit Mafia is going to get 2 turns left. They're going to hope for a riot, and they're going to hope that riot gives them a turn. Here's the kick. It's a quick snap. Tracksuit Mafia gets to move 1 square. They're not even going to try to score. They're throwing in the towel. They're just going to try to murder Pity the Ghoul. Boo. Boo hiss. He's just going to advance 1 space forward with his line and then take his turn 15. I am really surprised that Pity the Ghoul didn't set up on the end zone. That was the whole point. Well, I mean, other than winning the game, of course, but scoring would allow him to keep his players safe. 2-die block on the right side of the line gets a POW against George Jefferson. Doesn't break armor. Another 2-die block coming up. Is he gonna blitz Mr. T? Is that the play? Blitzing Mr. T. He might be blitzing the greatest American hero. We'll see. Nope, blitzing Mr. T. 2-die blitz. Gets the push out of it. He might take the both down result at this point. Oh no, he won't take the both down result because Mr. T has the block skill. Should have taken the blitz this way, and then he could have pushed Mr. T this way. Two-die block at the line. That's going to work out due to the block skill. Final two-die block at the line. He's going to take it. He was trying to take it with Echo the second. He'll take it with number 3 instead. He'll get a knockdown. Looking for a 9+ here. Nothing else to do except foul. Here it is. 3 assists on the foul against number 11. Only gets a stun out of it. He's not going to get called off the pitch. Turn 15. The Pity the Ghoul. Needs to be kind of careful here. So if he's trying to murder the team for justice, that's fine. But if Pity the Ghoul picks this ball up again and scores, that's another 3 SPP you're giving up to Pity the Ghoul. Not so trusty Patches says, did you turn off injuries again? Man, I wish I turned off injuries. I wish that was an option. I think I might play a frail team next season, too. A minute 15 left for Pity the Ghoul. I'd absolutely go for this. Let's see. Take the block here. You go 1, 2, let's say 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say take the block here. You go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, one turn shy. Takes a 1-die block with MacGyver. He'll get a push. I guess he's going to follow up. Doesn't follow up. I would totally try to get this ball. I would totally try to get this ball. Two-die block against Bro Semyon is going to get a push. Doesn't follow up. It's going to get a 2-die block against the number 6 Beastman. Takes the 1-die block against the number 6 Beastman. Gets a POW here. Breaks armor, gets a stun. Can't do anything with this werewolf due to that injury. If he didn't have that injury, he'd be able to score with the werewolf around the long way. Otherwise, he's got to go through this corridor. So that'll be it. Pity the Ghoul's not going to risk trying to pick the ball up. It's turn 16 for Tracksuit Mafia. Final turn of this game. Pity the Ghoul's going to win it 2-0. We'll see if Tracksuit Mafia can take some players off the roster as a parting gift. 2-die block gets a POW against George Jefferson. Two-die block with Echo the Second, who has somehow made it through this whole game. I beg Pity the Ghoul to kill Echo the Second. I'm offended. Moves in to get an assist on number 16. He's not getting an assist on a foul here. Two-die block with horns. That's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Final turn of the game. Pity the Ghoul. Just a matter of beating some people up. Take out that Minotaur. He is the best target. He is actually the best target. Take that Minotaur out. You are required. You are required by league regulations to take the Minotaur out. Claw doesn't help. Mighty Blow does. Ow. Ow. Needs to negate some assists here, which he can do fairly easily, and then just go in for the blitz. Two-die block gets a push over on the right sideline or right side of the pitch. I don't want Echo the Second to survive. We have a long-standing tradition here. All right. All right. Looks like he's going for it. Looks like he's going for it. Let's go. Let's get this blitz. Let's get this blitz. Oh, he's not blitzing with Roscoe Pico Train. He's going to blitz with the werewolf instead. He wants the dice. Two-die block gets a push here. Didn't spend the reroll. Follow up. Two-die follow-up. Another push. Spend that reroll. Yeah, there you go. There's the pal. Nate Plus will break armor. Didn't break armor. Boo. Now you have to foul him. He's trying to get the SPP on Riker here to try to level Riker up. A GG foul to end this game. He's got 4 assists right now. He can. All right, here we go. Clawed him right in the face. Only stunned him. Ah! Echo the Second. He's gonna stay on the pitch. Congratulations to Echo. And that'll be it. 2-0. Pity the Ghoul will win the Division B title, and they will advance to the Dungeon Bowl finals. What a game it was. The greatest American hero gets the MVP. He's 1 point away from leveling up. Tracksuit Mafia is going to walk away today with 13 SPP. I'm sorry, Pity the Ghoul is going to walk away with 13 SPP. Tracksuit Mafia is going to walk away with 9, but this is the end of their season. A good play by both coaches. 2 stellar coaches, and this was bound to be a fun one. Man, it was so good. I am in awe of Pity the Ghoul's offense in the first half, defense in the second half. Just really next level, high quality stuff. It was really fun to see. Ooh. 2 more games left in the Dungeon Bowl. That is a replay. There we go. 2 more games left in the Dungeon Bowl. We have 1 more semifinal matchup. That's the Division A championship. That is a Minor Matter versus Jingles all the way. We'll look at the schedule for that in just a minute. Pity the Ghoul's going to advance. With their advancement, they're going to have a crack at winning the Dungeon Bowl. Pity the Ghoul remains undefeated in this Dungeon Bowl. Not only are they going to have a crack at the Dungeon Bowl, but they will earn a spot in the Blood Bowl. That is the championship invitational that will be taking place right after the Dungeon Bowl. Let's take a look at the schedule. before we leave. Why do I keep going to the replay? What is this replay anyway? I want to see what this replay is. Let's see. Yeah, the failed GFI. Beautiful, beautiful. The Division 8 Championship, that'll be this Sunday, September 11th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That is going to be Jingles All the Way at a Minor Matter. I believe a Minor Matter's undefeated too, aren't they? Man, that's going to be Jingles All the Way is an orc team. That is Venger, the current reigning Dungeonbowl champion. They will be up against a Minor Matter. That's Artificial Bunny's Underworld team. What a mix of teams here in the top 4 in this Dungeonbowl. That's bound to be a good one as well. Venger is going to be trying to defend his title here in the Dungeonbowl and earn a spot in the Blood Bowl for 2 seasons in a row. A Minor Matter is looking to make it to the Blood Bowl for the first time this season. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. After that, the finals will happen. And when that gets scheduled, you'll be able to check out the schedule here on Twitch and on our Twitter and Facebook accounts. You can find the information for that right there on your screen. Play Blood Bowl. What a fun game this is. I feel so sick from my from my shots. I'm gonna go to bed. But I hope you guys. I'll see you guys here Sunday night for the Division 8 championships here in the Dungeon Bowl. And until then, enjoy your weekend, everybody.